Let me ask. This is a question for both y'all, and I'll start with Julie, and then Russell, you can follow up. If somebody was to come to you and say, "Okay, I understand what you're saying, that maybe Christianity is not right. Maybe Jesus is not the Messiah, but I still don't see myself in the Torah." Where would you send them to look to find them in the Torah? What would be your go-to for that individual?
For me, it would be Bereshit. I would send them to Genesis. I would, Vendell Jones said in a video that I will find for you that the Noahide laws are in the first 11 chapters of Genesis, and that's where I would send them, right at the beginning.
Definitely with Noah, and Noah found grace in the eyes of Shem, and Noah was not a Jewish person, and and he was a righteous man, and you don't have to believe these New Testament touters that say that your righteousness is as filthy rags and that you can't be righteous and you can't obtain righteousness and all this stuff when it was obtainable for Noah and it was obtainable for many other people. And so that identity of this non-Jewish person who was righteous, can be identified, through Noah, or you can actually go into Deuteronomy in 14:21, where it talks about the ger and the gate. And who is this person? He's not a convert because he can eat the nevela that is given to him by the Jewish people to sustain him as a gift, but yet he's not, that makes him not a convert. But yet he's this ger in the gate. This is someone who has attached himself to Israel, who is not a convert and who is, not Jewish, and yet he has sustained from Israel and has shares in the blessings that Israel receives and the protection that Israel receives, and in the whole experience with the Jewish people by this ger in the gate. So the ger in the gate is probably one of the most unique individuals in the entire Torah because of this, because it really identifies who he is and what he's about. And I don't know if we got it here. This book here that's Chaim Chlorfine. No. I don't know if it's probably backward. A blessed memory now. Right. Who wrote this book, and he wrote it with the idea of the ger in the gate.
A true light to the nations. He was absolutely.
Yeah. And so this is very important. It's a very important book that identifies that person. And so if you're a non-Jew and you're saying, where am I in the Torah? What can I do? What is my identity? This book right here, The World of the Ger, will identify that and its sources and its scripture and everything that you need within that book on Amazon. So
and the Path of the Righteous Gentile,
I just ordered that one.
Yes, it was a good one.
With the dove on the front. Yep.
That's
it. Path of the Righteous Gentile by Chaim Chlorfine as well. Those are two very important books on finding your identity as a non-Jew in the Torah and within the Tanakh, and that's a great place to start. In matter of fact, you're not doing yourself justice if you don't explore those two books, at least, for whatever reason. Yeah.
And that wasn't the first book. The first book I actually read about it was this one.
Oh yeah, that's a good book. True. Yeah, Bar Sadok. Yeah.
Because and you need both. You need both. Rabbi Chaim Chlorfine's book, and you need this one because they cover different things. Like this is more about the big picture, right? Like the all-encompassing Right. But they all have something different and unique to offer. So like I couldn't just own this. I need the other one too. And I couldn't just own the other one. I need this
Yeah.
one. Because
No.
seriously, you're going to pull so much from each rabbi. And it's important to really have that collection.
Absolutely. And see a lot of these people that are coming out of Christianity that's going to this page, this debunking page, they don't know what book to buy. Nobody's
They
told them,
don't.
hey, you ought to read this, and and then they read the scriptures, they read the Torah, and like they said, I just don't see myself in it because nobody's
Right.
shown them. They've never had access to this information. So I think it's really good that y'all pointed out these books and these
Right.
different authors that wrote these books.
And you know what? Who helped me with all of that was Russell. So if he tells you that this is a good book, it's probably a really good book.
Yeah. He's got a couple of books, but not I don't I don't know how many, but I'm sure he does.
Mm-hmm.
But but the thing about it is, and that's the whole trick of it is finding these rabbis that have wrote this stuff down and shared their wisdom and their knowledge. Bart Zadok,
For the
that
nations,
book right there.
for
Yeah.
the non-Jew.
I can take credit for going to Rabbi Bart Zadok and asking him to please print that book. Please.
Yeah.
We need it out there. And of course, he went back through it, updated it with his years and years of knowledge and wisdom, brought that book out. I think it's one of the greatest books ever wrote for the non-Jewish person who believes in the God of Israel. It's that important to have
And I
that book
guarantee
because
you ain't got a copy right
covers
now
such a.
at your house because every time you get a copy, it goes right out. I bet you
I give
ain't.
them. I give
You
a
give
lot
it
of
away
books
every
away.
time.
I give a lot of
Speaking
books
of
away.
Rabbi Sadok, excuse my dog's barking in the back, but as he
Oh,
would
you're
tell
good.
you, there's no such thing as distractions.
Right. Yeah, no, he's right. He's right.